So I just want to talk about order blocks and fair value gaps here. So when you have order blocks, this example is an order block here. Order blocks can also be known as supply demand zones actually. Another block. And you also have a fair value gap here. This is a fair value gap, and this is also a fair value gap. Here, also a fair value. So one thing about these orders is that if you want to really know where price is going to go to, whether price is going to get to an order block, because most of the time on lower time frames, price might get to the fair value gap and it might not get to the order block. For example, look at this deeper order block here. Price never got to it. So most of the time, price don't usually retrace so deep like this. That's one. The order blocks usually stay in a decent range, even though sometimes they retrace to the deepest. But sometimes you can have order blocks in the 62% level, sometimes the 78% level. But another thing is that this retracement wave, price moves in waves. So we have an impulse wave, a retracement wave. You can see this is an uptrend, for example. It's impulse wave, retracement wave, impulse wave, retracement wave, impulse wave, retracement wave, impulse wave. So we're looking to trade these impulse waves. So when the retracement waves are coming, you just have to notice carefully whether the retracement waves are coming with a lot of displacement or whether they are coming jagged like this. If they are coming jagged like this, then it's more likely that price will get to the order block and move. But if the retracement waves come with a lot of displacement, even if price will get to it might just get to the fair value gap and then move up. The reason is because if price is coming with a lot of displacement on the retracement wave, what would that leave? Let's go to a clean part of the chart so I'll show you. Now we have our impulse wave, retracement wave, impulse wave. So if price comes with a lot of displacement like this, what does that mean? That means that we will be seeing fair value gaps here, wouldn't we? We'll be seeing fair value gaps inside the retracement wave. And what now happens is that let's move it over here. Let's move it over here. So the chart is clear. There's more space. So we have space. So when you have this retracement wave with a lot of impulse, you have fair value gaps in the retracement wave. So let's assume we already have an order block here. We already have an order block here. Will be for short. We have an order block here. So where you come and you expect price to come to this order block. So you set your order here like this. But what will now happen is that price will not come to your order block and then it will just move up. And then you'll be crying that price didn't come to your order. And the reason is because when you have retracement waves come with a lot of displacement, it will create fair value gaps. So the pressure of this fair value gap here would push price back up to the gap. All these unfilled orders want to be filled, and that pressure will push price prematurely to this fair value gap. So in that process of price going to fill this fair value gap, what you're actually seeing is something like this. Let's zoom into this retracement wave. What it's actually going to be looking like is going to be looking like something like this. we're having something like this. We're having a lot of displacement. So now all these fair value gaps here, price will go to these fair value gaps. If it may be here, price will go to this fair value gap. So in the process of price going to this fair value, fill up these fair value gaps here, the momentum will no longer, the momentum will now change, and the trader has seen that the momentum has changed back to the primary trend, would simply start buying quickly, and then it now moves again. This is on the lower time frame. So the process of price coming to fill these fair value gaps that it leaves here on the retracement wave is what will usually cause price to miss your order block entry, which is down here. But in a case where we have retracement waves that are not with high displacement, or we have impulsive retracement, then we have retracement waves that are kind of slow, right? Not very impulsive. Now in these kind of cases, there's a higher chance that your order block entry will get filled, because on the lower time frame, that retracement wave is looking more like this. It's not as clean. It's not leaving a lot of room for, there's no fair value gaps, so there's no pressure on price, so it will just keep trickling down slowly till it gets to your order block. And once it gets to the order block, it now fill up your entry and then start moving again. So that's the key thing I'm trying to point out. Here we have, in the higher time frame, retracement wave come with high momentum usually doesn't get to the order block, but retracement waves coming with low momentum usually gets to the order block. And we can see it practically here, where we see this retracement wave. You can see how the price moved. There was not a lot of, price was getting a lot of liquidity. There was not a lot of, there's no displacement that would have forced it prematurely. And this place, so let's see if we can find an example where it, let's go to gold. We have an example here. So you can see here